What is up, everybody? Blindswiped here with another World of Tanks free to play. This one comes from Stoic Paragon. He's in his M8A1 on the Hidden Valley map. This took place all the way back in patch 9.1. As most of you know, this map has been removed, but the American TD featured here still remains. Taking a quick look at the specs of the tank, it's got a forward movement speed of about 58 kilometers per hour, as well as a power to weight ratio of 22 or 21 to 1. Terrain resistance is somewhere between 1 and 2.2 depending on conditions. You can look to expect to get around 18 degrees of turret traverse per second, as well as 40 degrees per second of hull traverse per second. But let's all be honest, what's important about tank destroyers and TDs in general is penetration. And like every young girl's dream, this tank has plenty of it. So it looks like Stoic's going to try to sneak one in over the Panzer 4H head, and sure enough, he gets one to connect. The second one connects. And let's see if he can get a third one in there. Nope, the gun was unkind. But if you take this tank and look at his view range, you get about 320 meters. As well as if you take the 3-inch gun, you can expect about 1,600 damage per minute, with pretty high alpha damage and decent penetration. But if you were to equip the 57mm gun, you could up that to 1,800 DPM, with an increase of penetration from 101 to 110. You sacrifice a little bit of damage going from 110 down to 75. But as it is so often seen in World of Tanks, wargaming giveth with one hand and taketh away with the other. And for all that gun at this tier, and as good as it is, you have absolutely no armor. Whether it be on the hull or turret, you're looking at 28 and 38 respectively, no matter how you equip this on the front, and 28 and 25 on the sides and 25 on the rear. But it almost makes it worth it when that gun sings sweet and sends one down the line. Now when it comes to equipment to take on this tank, I am no World of Tanks pro, but I will give you what I think is best advice. Generally speaking, if you take some binoculars, you can do some self-scouting for yourself, sit in a bush, and use this TD as it was meant to be, as well as take camouflage net to keep concealed. Probably a good idea to take camouflage on your crew, so that you can use that camo net for maximum concealment. If you are going to equip the 57mm gun, be sure to bring along a little APCR for when you run into those especially heavy tanks at tier 5 and tier 6. If you have the cash or one laying around in the garage, it would probably be a good idea to fit a gun rammer on this tank to help reduce reload time. It's always a good idea to research ahead of time the top radio so you can help with relaying to your team, as well as having the upgraded suspension and the higher horsepower Continental engine. So as you folks can see, Stoic hasn't had any kills at this point. He has done some damage, even though he's been sitting in the back kemping bush. And remember, friends don't let friends kemp bush. And what do we have here but a wild T-34 out in the village? Well, let us see if we can relieve him of a few of his hit points. Got a track shot on, hoping that he's still there, going to send a few more hits way. And sure enough, T-34 down. I want y'all to keep an eye on the chat here. You can see that the Panzer 4 here is going to get pretty salty about the fact that nobody seems to be doing anything. We've got all these campers in the back. Now granted, Stoic is camping on this hill, as well as there is a heavy tank and a medium tank back here. Enemy TD into town goes down. Keeping aware of your mini-map, here comes the cavalry. 4H is the first victim. Stoic puts a few shots into it. Their B1 up there's returning fire. B1 makes a few hits. 4H goes down. Another hit comes in from the B1. And a few more. And B1 is down. Stoic's managed to get 3 kills so far, and the match is pretty much even, 11-10. But there haven't been any more enemy tanks spotted, and as a result, somebody is either going to have to crap or get off of the pot. Sexton's calling for spots. I don't think Stoic's much obliged. He likes his hill, he's secured it, and he intends to stay. And sure enough, the enemy team flinched before our team did. Stoic appears out on the horizon here, just over this crest. Sneak up here and try to get a few spots on the Stug. I don't think Stoic's noticed at this point that his engine is down, damaged, as well as his fuel tank. He's also got some track damage. But then again, staying broadside to two enemy tanks is probably not your best bet. Another TD shows up. Already shows up to the party and is immediately counter-batteried by the enemy artillery. So an old school T-49 is here. Stoic's going to work the ridge a little bit, see if he can keep him spotted for the friendly artillery. And I think even the most seasoned veteran would be tempted to rush over this hill in order to spot or otherwise damage the enemy tank. But patience is a virtue here. Let's not throw away this game just yet. Stoic's going to back off. Doesn't have 6th sense. A little bit worried about the fact that maybe the enemy has spotted him and already might be taking aim. Goes ahead and uses his repair kit, fixes engine. Goes over the edge, get a quick spot in. Spots the T-49. As you can see from the minimap, some of the masses are getting a little bit feisty. Artie's coming down for a quick shotgun. Just in time, Stoic steals the kill, up to 4. So at this point, it's a face-off between two M8A1s and an M4. Now, I recognized that earlier. I claimed that the frontal armor on an M8A1 was pretty thin, and as you can see, the enemy M8A1's done pretty well. He must have sent up a prayer to RNGesus earlier today and got a little bit lucky. Now, knowing the fact that the enemy team only has 2 tanks left, and one of them is the M8A1 right up here on top of them, it's a prudent choice to move out. And just like that, scratch another kill down for Stoic. Be cautious and patient here. Go around the outside of the map. So let's speed things up while these tanks make their way to the enemy cap circle. Come up here and check the usual arty spots, see if there's anything worth seeing. See if the arty has kemped to this bush. Sure enough, he hasn't. Move out and see if we can't chase him down. As you can see, being up by 3 tanks, you would think would avoid capping this out. However, most people don't realize that if you kill all the tanks, you get more XP than if you cap it out. But people don't understand that, and these are the things that happen. And for others, the fear of losing is often stronger than the fear of death itself. Alrighty folks, let's have a look at the score screen here. You can see Stoic takes the top of the charts, doing 1,233 damage on 5 kills, followed by the B1 that actually did something, and then the Artillery Sexton 2. I want to thank all you guys for tuning in. If you're new here, please remember to hit the subscribe button and also like and comment. And I'll catch you guys next time.